All right, guys, y'all are gonna have to excuse me and Savannah. We are sweaty, hot, and dirty. We're out here with the chickens. Savannah says that I look bad, but in a sexy kind of way. So y'all explain what that means, because I don't know what that means. She says I look pretty rough, and then she says in a sexy kind of way, and I'm like, what? How do you do that? Anyway, we're out here moving the chickens, guys. I just thought I'd let y'all come out here and see what we're going. We are blowing and going with these chickens, guys. We've got 3 on the ground right now, if you look over here. But we're gonna have 4 coming up. Now we have a chicken brooder we just finished, and I'm about to do a video out on that, so y'all stay tuned for that. It's a much better upgrade from what we've done before. I think it's gonna work pretty good. Now it's still not exactly long-term what we want 100% yet. The reason we're waiting on that is kind of, we don't know how many chickens we're going to be able to raise in a year, and we want to build a brooder based on how big that's going to be. But we are going pretty good despite the heat. The pigs are growing a little slow right now. It is so hot. The cows are just miserable. It's hot like crazy, but they still look good, considering. We're really having to watch because we do water out of some creeks in a couple places. A couple of our pastures, we're still watering out of creeks, and so we're having to watch real closely. But these chickens are definitely growing a bit slower. These are our egg birds. They're not for our egg production. These are actually for production for selling. We resell these. So we raise these from babies and then sell them to other people as egg birds. So that's kind of something else we're doing on the farm for income. We like that pretty good, don't we, Savannah, doing that? It doesn't bring in a lot of income, but if we're out here raising chickens anyway, it makes sense to just kind of have this here as a little bit of extra income. You got any thoughts, Savannah? Stuff you'd like to say?
No, just like kind of what you just said. It's hot right now, so they're growing a little bit slower.
It is hot and humid. It was 102 degrees today. Very hot. It's been just scalding hot, guys. But we've got our broilers over here. I'm gonna walk over here and show you all the broilers real quick. Got these broilers right here. These, if I can get in frame here, these are Cornish cross broilers. We've been doing very well with these. I like them. They are growing slow right now in the heat. That's just how it is. And you can tell this is kind of a makeshift deal right here. We've got this one treated. This is sawmilled lumber. We built all of these with sawmilled lumber. We've got a couple videos out on that. Y'all check that out if you haven't seen them. But we've just got a makeshift tarp over this one for now. In the summertime, that's fine. Come cooler months, more rain, stuff like that, you're definitely going to have to move on to something else. But these over here, these are doing quite well as well. One of the things that we have found on this is this one right here. We experimented. This was our first one we built. I did it halfway. I don't like it that way. I really feel like the majority of it needs to be covered. There's just no reason not to. I apologize about my finger being in the way, guys. I'm gonna get over here, maybe y'all can see better. So the halfway point right there, I don't like that. I would rather cover that. To me, especially in our heat, now if you lived in cooler climate, might be different, but in our heat, it just seems to be a lot better. But these chickens they're phenomenal for our pastures. If you see behind me here, this is pretty good bit of weeds back in here. The chickens have not been on this ever right here. But if I turn around, try to turn around, guys. The picture from this side is not as good of a camera, so y'all bear with me on that. But if you see this side, the pasture on this side, this is where they've been. There's not a lot of weed growth here, and I'm gonna do another video showing y'all a little bit better. But if you look, let me see. I'm trying to walk backwards here, so y'all bear with me, guys. If you look over in here, this is the pasture where they've been in the past, and that's regrown. Okay, there are weeds, but the weeds out there are way less. It's not nearly as bad as if when I turn around and you look back behind me. Look at the difference in that. There are goat weeds all out in there. There's just everything all out in there. But then when I turn around over here where they've been, way better. They were there all last winter, And the difference in the weed growth, that's the only difference, because we don't spray our pastures, we don't do anything like that, and we haven't even had sheep or goats out here. So the only difference, guys, that we have right now is actually the chickens. That's the only real difference. So that's pretty big to me. I think that's amazing. And I've also done a video about how we've seen a dramatic decrease in our ants, the ants and the bugs that we've seen. Haven't you seen a big decrease, Savannah, in the ants in the yard?
Yeah.
Like, there's almost no ants in the yard anymore. Like, every now and then, but it's not near as bad as it used to be. So these chickens, phenomenal. They're doing great for us. We're still learning how to be good on our sales and take care of all that. But, you know, it's a learning curve. It's a big thing for us. But like I said, everything's still doing pretty good. And y'all stay with us. We're trying to farm. We're trying to do everything we need to do and still try to be good at YouTubing. It's tough for us. I mean, neither one of us, we're millennials. We're supposed to be pretty good at this stuff, and we're not. We're very suboptimal. So thank y'all so much for sticking around and helping us to make this a great community. Like and subscribe. The chicken life.